Hello everyone. In this episode, I'll show you how to do kfold cross-validation. Okay, so kfold cross-validation is usually when we train the neural network, we kind of split the sample into two, a training set and test set. So we use and train the weights within the training data and check it with the test set, how well the model has been trained. Um, Kfold cross-validation is an extension of this. So for example, if you have two-fold cross-validation, for example, the train and test, what you do is that you split the sample in half and then use half of the sample for training the weight and then check in the test data. And then you get some accuracy assessment. And then you switch the role and use the test data for training and then check it on the training data. You see, you switched it. So you have done the training twice, once using the training data, once using the test data to check the accuracy, and you take the average of it. You can extend this concept to split the sample into three and use the first two of the split data, subdata into training, and then the third one for testing, and then do another round and use the first and third data, subdata for training, and then use the middle one to test the data. And then in the last round, you basically use the second and third subdata for training and use the first one for testing the data. So something like that. So, so here's how you do it. So I'm gonna just show you using some simple data. So this is just cleaning up the data. It's on GitHub, so you can check how it looks like. It has basic demographics, and you predict the age um, based on that. Uh, but what's interesting here is that when pretty much everything is the same. You have the X variable and Y variables and do all that. But here's the k-fold cross-validation. So this k-fold you get from scikit-learn, and it splits the sample in this case into five. Okay. And what you'll do is that this kf split x, and you get the text train and test data of one of the five fifth data. So it uses four of them and five. So it kind of rotates. So every time it pulls four subdata into the train and one to the test data, and it rotates the row, and the fold increases. So you get the X train and X test and Y train and Y test from these. Um, you put it in the data loader to load it in a PyTorch. Makes it convenient to load the data there. So what you do is that for each batch, so once you have the fold, kfold, so this is where you, for each kfold, you run basically the same program as you did before. And note that we use the early stopping in here, so we can always stop too. So this is all there is to it. Once you run it, it will do fold one, so which the first subdata was used as the test data, and then the second one was used as the test data, and you do it for all five, and then you can get the average of the fold score, right? All right, so this was to show you how to do k-fold cross-validation. Thank you for watching this episode.